Ngikhalisa ukudlulana lo wasingizisa ngoba ubona fast indale ize ngemission
awuboni
yonke sinika
ayikho into because we want some cash in the scene, guys. Two run and two step like two-step run and
yeah.
you know the wife is on the tip. Not the wife, the girlfriend, sorry guys. The girlfriend, you know, would tip in like would tip in like at the peak. And the ucikwe into zasespanini. Ngitho ukwatiswe into zasespanini iboss inkwatele for ukuthi ngamthanga ama deadlines indaba zanzana ngitho. So yeah, she's trying to blame Undwana for that, right? And the fact that he's not supporting her emotionally, right? But she's not asking what's wrong with him, right? Every time he tries to vent out, we am too, right? So what happens that day is that Undwana is at the peak, man, at the end. Kelly is at the peak, at the end, right? And the obvious happens.
Yeah, bashayana.
The obvious happens. Ugele qala shaya Undwana. Ashaya Undwana, uyamshaya Undwana, bayamshaya Undwana, right? And then Undwana does one thing. He only did one thing. Bebamshaya wampusha. Right? And then magampusha, she tripped and she fell. She broke her arm. Immediately at that point,
yeah,
she went straight to the police station.
Obvious. There's some 2P. So that's also I think also the relationship has become so toxic. And obviously in that situation it's hard to leave the relationship because I mean we went through a lot
so much
with this person.
Yeah.
You know. And it's oh man, the thing when it's like that, it's like it becomes really toxic.
Yeah.
And you know, especially if Masenshaya no Kunifat and said it's like even also your nature, you kind of used to this person, and when such things start to develop, right, they become a habit.
Yeah.
And then this habit goes to a certain peak, right? Even if it's not just physically, there's also a situation whereby it's just verbally. Because that's also another way of thinking, of
expressing
that toxic relationship in terms of it's also like in a way abusement, because you can literally abuse somebody with words.
Yeah.
Right. I think honestly speaking, I think a different space for them will actually help them. Like will help them. One maybe just goes to heal elsewhere, and the other one goes and heals elsewhere, but they all like get help. And if they still love each other, despite of everything, they can still, you know, morph like in a way, restart again. You know, because at the end of the day, the initial part, how they lost the child or losing the child, it's gonna be something that's gonna hit, like it's gonna hit them deep.
Definitely.
Especially when you're gonna have to see maybe other fathers or so forth, you know,
with their babies and all that. Yo, dog,
no.
Yo, that's true. And hey, man.
And even if they would attempt again, it will not be suitable because they've created an environment which is no longer as healthy.
Yeah, most definitely.
Even if they were to even adopt or look at other source of getting a child, maybe surrogate. Yeah, dog. As I was saying, man. So it's hard for them because they created this unhealthy environment.
Yeah.
Where it's now a bit toxic, right? It wouldn't be healthy if they were to consider bringing another child in again. They will first have to deal with that even though what brings the joy, you know.
Yeah.
Because because it's hard. There's even couples that even tried multiple times and
failed, even though
there's some things that you can't control, you know. But yeah, you said you wanted to say wanted to tell your baby days regarding the side effects.
Oh yeah. So these are the ladies. Check this from your man. Like these are the hints. Ukuthi umuntu wakho akekho sharp after this experience. Ne? But guys, also check your woman, right? So they turn into alcohol and drugs. They become workaholics, tandukspana, overload, and they become so desperate to overachieve.
Wait. So somebody who's hungry for success,
not hungry for success, but like they do anything just to like anything and everything just to succeed.
Yeah.
You're not thinking, you just act and then
which reminds me from the of Mbappe. That movie, Kevin Hart, Fatherhood.
Definitely.
Yeah. So did the thing because he kind of faced a situation where he lost the mom and it's not raised the kid alone. But that was also not that can cause some stress.
Yeah, in a way it can, because you use that. You used to be a woman is a nature, so you used to
carry on. You would say.
But let me carry on with this. There's less decision making. Like, guys, there's a lot of psychological issues that happen. There's a dysfunction between like other relationships. You can't move on that easily. Like it even affects your sex life, guys. They say it affects your sex life. One gets addicted to either pornography and masturbation due to lack of sex, like real sex, potent sex, and those are the things that we face as men.
Panic attacks.
Yeah, my panic attacks.
Coping skills.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's anger, low self-esteem, helplessness, sometimes even suicidal thoughts, and someone who feels a lot of guilt, So those are the things you have to look out for in terms of the process.
Like symptoms of another person and try to help another person.
Yeah, let's just try to help each other, guys, out there. There are other mental clinics out there around communities. Just check out your local mental health clinic after going through this and organize a couples therapy session. Just talk to someone for free. There are free places of counseling where you can get counseled about this. Just search them out on the internet, you'll find them. Like six
can be a distraction for it now, but it's never a long-term thing.
The sky is deep, guys, and when the sky is here, guys, it's more painful than the sky.
So it's especially that's one thing where don't always the time bottle up problems.
Yeah, never bottle up. Always speak out. Hashtag men must speak out. That's the motive, guys. That's the motto of this podcast. So moving on. Hey guys, namhlanje is yakhala man. I'm topic on namhlanje guys.
Like motive. No, you zathi lawa bani agenda.
Agenda number minutes.
Tell you choose agenda. Spaghetti. No, but
that's the language I want to the street.
Yeah, so moving along, right? I mean, there's also other impact whereby maybe in the case whereby somebody doesn't want the child,
the last abortion, guys. this leads to abortion again. We spoke about women having the right to abort because it's their body, and men only having influence to that, no control, you know. So I wanted to start this with an article, Abo. If you don't mind, Smash. I want to start this with an article. This is an article from revealmosaic.com. It was released on 2021, right? Abortion and men, not just a woman's choice, right? Abortion is not just a woman's choice. According to a groundbreaking research by author Shostak and Gray McLeod, about half of all women who get abortions are accompanied by a male partner. For many of these men, it is an experience characterized by isolation and getting a cold shoulder from abortion clinic staff. About 70% of men are burdened from being with their girlfriend or wife during the abortion procedure, and 90% are not allowed to see their partner during the hour-long recovery period. The effects of abortion on men have been long ignored by abortion practitioners, researchers alike. Many men who are dealing with abortion reports that no one, I repeat, ever asked them about their experiences or seems to care about how they feel about the abortion.
I want to ask you something, right?
Yeah.
You want to see the whole process of the abortion?
I didn't say me. This is the article.
Majority of the men.
Some
Majority of the men.
Some.
I mean,
Some.
if we can get somebody who
No, that was-
actually, you know why I say that, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think today we're gonna get into that. I think it's an obvious thing in terms of, obviously it's what the law says in terms of right to women. They have the say basically if they decide to keep the child or not, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's their bodies. It's, you know, all those. Yeah. So what I want to get into, right? It's maybe per se not forcing, just because it could be forcing and just a guarantee if the person abortion.
Yeah.
Easy. But some men can think like that, eh?
That's true. But I believe.
I mean, how many instances which I thought, I'm not sure why what inspires today's this as a topic, right? But in my head, right? What the article is saying, right? In general, maybe per se, having an opinion maybe should matter, right?
For a man, yeah.
And also the impact that it does, for example, in a decision whereby a woman took that decision to say no, this because of the many factors that I mean, whether it's financial, whether it's this, I'm not ready to have a child, I'm not going to have a child, which it's fair, right? But how does it impact the men in terms of maybe if they wanted to have a child?
Van, most of the time for the men, guys go through a lot of grief, helplessness, you know. It's all it's too much, dog. We go through a guilt trip, you know. I won't say the name of the girl, guys, but it's an example, you know. So, but I went through this also with someone, somehow, in a certain relationship. For her, she had to lose school, scholarships and everything. Right?
Because
Of the pregnancy, as she said.
because she fell pregnant.
Yeah, she fell pregnant and she said that she can't keep the baby because she'd lose 1, 2, 3, even the support from her parents.
Yes.
And she can't afford to lose all of them because of the baby.
Yes.
Right? And I'm out here and I'm like, Maramusi, Egini, But the thing is, very, my intentions now, the Benshile Ubuti very obvious one man. So we never get the kiki. You're going to cheesy.
Yeah, we're going to get my app. Yeah, I'm going to die. It looks like she's because it's Jozi. Who's what lazy?
Obviously,
Go get it, yeah.
so and I'm like, no, I'll support you, I'll support the child, and support everybody. I'm there for you, right? But she was like, no, you won't tell me what to do. This is my body, right? And the only thing you did is you chose not to use a condom. That's how she put it. But we were together, and we saw the condoms there together.
And you decided not to
decided not to use them together.
Okay.
You know, I didn't force myself, I didn't force it in her. She wanted it. Right? But now, I'm stuck with the problem.
You want to have a kid.
Obviously, don't pay the targets. Down says cheesing down again. It's weird testing. It's weird.
So what was that?
Guys, no, like sometimes you think like that. Sometimes you think like that, but I don't promote that mentality. Go out there, face your life, have your own dreams.
Because I mean that could change, eh?
That could change, yeah, that could change because that's what she was telling me. Abuti. You might think my parents will support whatever that's happening.
Yeah.
And think that the child is a blessing, right? But hey, in terms of Abuti, I go high faith. You know, when people are on high faith and then they do these kind of things, you know, it contradicts you when you don't go to church. You know?
Jozi, man, high faith in the church. It contradicts you how?
Like, for someone like me, I don't go to church.
Yes.
For my reasons.
Yes.
It's not like I don't believe that God is around or alive.
Okay,
or
yeah.
guides me, right? But there are families that are made for church. Like, it's a setting of Abuti, like this is a church family. Everything we do is according to church. We do not do anything that is, you know, astray from the gospel, right? And then comes me, who doesn't believe in that, but according to them, abortion is a sin, and then they do it. You know,
it's a sin, but
you understand.
Now I get it.
You understand
because they believe in this.
You understand?
Yeah.
According to them, a child should be what? A blessing.
Yeah. But now we live in a modern world, eh?
Yeah, it's modern. Even the faith is modern.
Yeah, but no. Besides that, man. At the end of the day, man.
I was running her life. That's what you're going to say.
I mean, okay, for example, let's say things decided the child was like didn't go through that, no?
Yeah.
And the child became healthy, alive, and so forth, right? And then situation, let's say they hit the nerve and situation changed, and now you couldn't afford it. I think even at that time, were you still studying as well, right?
Yeah, I was still studying.
So also on your side as well, it was going to also create inconveniences.
In a way. But I was willing to inconvenience.
You were willing.
Yeah, but that's I don't promote that, guys. I don't promote you going out there and making babies without a proper plan and with no money, guys. I didn't know then, I know now. I know better now. I wouldn't advise anyone, you know, to just plan that. No,
yeah. So
nokuthi nje uya nje ukuthi wena uyophrekisela ukuthi or uyophrekela indoda ngoba inemali bazokushiya sisi.
So now on that question, let me just out. I think we even spoke about this a bit last time, right? Is in a situation whereby now the female or the mother, can I say potential? Because I'm still in the early phase, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, decides to keep the child, but
you don't want the baby.
You don't want the baby because of those inconveniences, right?
Yeah. You're about to lose a scholarship if.
Yeah,
this vice versa.
The vice versa situation, yeah. Because, yeah, let's say vice versa situation.
And she keeps the baby. and she wants to come to my home and report the baby. Now this is one of the causes, as we always say, this miscommunication and you not listening to the nigga as much as you want to be listened to. This miscommunication causes
that's why I mean but guys, you know, if you don't do the right thing, the consequences, guys. So that's the first thing. So on the female side, right? I think in that context that we just spoke about now, right?
Yeah.
If the guy wants to have a kid and the girl doesn't want to have a kid, they can resort to, you know, other
options.
All other options, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a matter of communication. Yeah, because even also opposite as well, right? If you wanna keep the child, then maybe find a way to communicate with the day. Okay, it's fine. Maybe I'll take care of this. If you don't want, maybe it's fine. And we're not gonna be in the thing's child.
Showcase.
But which also is
a problem. Consequences
as well.
Consequences of this one are last episode's topic. Maintenance. You don't want to get garnished, guys. But nonetheless, based on abortion, guys, this topic, guys, it's, you know, I spoke to a traditional healer, you know, guys, you know him, Dr. Mox. So I spoke to Dr. Mox, guys.
Yeah, he was once on the Ghetto Universe.
Ghetto Universe, yeah. So check his podcast there on Ghetto Conversations. He's there sharing his experience and spirituality and all that. So I asked him based on this topic. Now, he was interested when I said this is the topic that we're going to talk about, and he wanted to highlight to me and give advice in terms of the spiritual aspects of abortion.
Yeah. The
spiritual implications.
Okay.
Right. Oftentimes it happens that the abortion happens, and remember, Africans, guys, are guys. At the end of the day, we are Africans, you know, and there's a process, right? He says that there's a naming process that you all have to go through, right, in order for you to, in a way, cleanse that bad luck or that sin. It's like you washing away that sin that you've created unto the world or upon the world of killing or destroying a gift to the world, right? So he says that obviously it happens that we abort and kill children, and then it affects us at a later stage in our life. It happens to a lot of people, right? And how does this happen? It's because he says that, according to him, right, and I quote, according to him, when you think about it, we reckon each baby as a revival of an ancestor in the family, right? So when, in a way, there's a certain, I think it was about channel and about when similar now, again, right? From your actions to the way you act, you know, there are things that you emulate or you do that say characterize that person, right? So spiritually, that kid had a role to play from that level, right? So when you're doing that process, it's like a shoulders of our pants and saying, I'm sorry, from revoking the spirit and taking it back.
So what's the process?
So the process that you go through is like you buy 4 pink candles. You go and buy 0 months, 0 to 6 months, 0 to 6 months. Pure white clothes, guys. Pure white. I hope in my flatting, guys, I suggest to like again, like go to your home, like line below where I you know. In my flatting, I'm 7th. Trust me. In my flatting, I'm 7th, guys. Guys, there's no spiritual connection around. I'm a flat, guys. ngizobiza imimbono wrong.
But first, you know, we've got a different market, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying, Guti, it's different, you know. It depends on your faith, you know. But this is what was suggested to me.
Yeah.
Right. As I'm saying, it's not. I'm not saying it's the only solution. You can just check out.
So that's a
solution.
but
it is the most.
I know.
No,
Usually
no.
because I think instead of explaining what you need to get, clamp, you know, say the name, that they can make reference to. Okay, yeah, but I'm familiar to the part of the naming thingy.
Yeah, so this is what happens.
Mm.
You, as I told you, Bepo, white clothes for the baby, 4 pink candles, right? And then what you do is that ufaka lelo, ne? So uyemsamo, ne? Umsamo wako, your small msamo, and then what you do there is that okay, lighter la makandlela ne. But you do this overnight, guys.
Yeah.
Do this overnight, ne? Not during the day, overnight. Ne? So what you do is, obviously you have your plate there in pepper yako. Your usual, the way, I don't know which path I don't know which one again, according to your tradition, but the way again, the way you call them that way, right? And then after that, right? Ukuluma now, right? You apologize, right? You apologize to them in a manner like, for example, I'm sorry my ancestors for like provoking the spirit. I'd like to be forgiven for this, and I'd like light in my life and all that, right? Not my way to exact, it's fine, you can do it alone. The one that wants to do it will do it because this is your spiritual cleansing, right? So you'll give the child the name, you socialize the way, and then after doing that, after the apologies, and then you, after the forgiveness, then you start naming the child. Give the child the name, and then you say that the spirit shall be free, and then you don't want this spirit to be caged in any way, right? You're letting the spirit free and whatsoever, right? And then from there on, you're done. You conclude the way you usually conclude, not go to Pahlelab again. And then yeah, that's the process.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. But you can consult your local traditional healers. Just Angisho mara laba hey guys, ingekasi bagcwele laba be-scam guys, just beware.
It took some people actually asipatale for advertisement.
I was asipatale for advertisement.
Now for advertising business now. Definitely yeah now. Now I mean I hear you.
Yeah.
Right? But I think too I think I've seen a lot of people like suffer from that in terms of abortion and miscarriage, but like in different ways, right? Sometimes allowing the process to heal is best, and you know, if you believe in God, praying, right, it helps. If going to a place where there's less distraction, less noise, to kind of, you know, meditate a bit, take things out, you know. So people also find different ways of healing. Others is in terms of sport, right? You know, or getting yourself into a new activity or a new hobby. You know, those I would suggest also people should actually try out. They do actually work in a way. Most importantly, bruh, speaking. There are I think there are so many organizations which offer online therapy, like even telephonic therapy. Yeah, if you can just Google, there's quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, bruh.
Yes.
Anything else, bruh?
Phansi, ngababulali phansi.
You know what to pizza agenda la. Hey.
Mina angizange ama agenda guys. it's just that ili agenda. But nonetheless, guys, it's been a very, very emotional show. I don't have much to say anymore.
Yeah, man, share your opinion or views, man. I know we didn't even go deep than what you would have wanted or wished for. But yeah, on that surface level, man, we
wanted to go on the surface level because this topic is very sensitive, you know. So
and we'll want to in future address within an open platform whereby even we have like even masks. I mean, we have more mics. We have even aspects like different people, man, different experiences, including experts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we need experts.
That's funny, right?
It's funny. The secret, they're not that secret, right?
Yeah, man, guys.
Baby Daddies podcast.
Hey, Baba, you know, are you trying to get a job at the Progress ABC?
Every week away in the wild.
We love you guys. Have a great. Level PC over 52 eh?
Had been certainly we carry so good love than a low was kick is a double crash to Tale. Is a machine.
I want you.
Drunkest me.
I even because who wants some cash in the scene, guys. Love you guys. Bye bye.
But I mean, that's the thing. So that's usually it's the opposite, yeah. What's a trap at all? What's a trap, eh?
I can't tell a